But just little things like that that could be easy to forget. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be listing some top dorm essentials that I used during my undergraduate years while I was living on campus, and I'm just really excited to share them with you guys today. I have 4 parts that I'm going to be showing, which is going to be outlining the kitchen, the bedroom area, the common space, and your bathroom. So starting off with the kitchen, this one can depend on the university that you go to. Personally for FIU, it depended on the style of dorm that you selected. So the freshman dorm would have a floor kitchen. Regardless, these are going to be items that you're going to need if you have a stove and a sink and a microwave. So let's get right into it. So the first few essentials I'm going to be listing for the kitchen is going to include pots and pans. This can include like a boiling pan and a frying pan. You're also going to want to have a toaster. This was super helpful, just having it on the counter. Something quick and fast. I know some people like to toast their bread on a pan too, but just having both is really helpful. A microwave is also going to be very essential, just something quick for your on-the-go meals, but in between classes. Personally, I like using the stove to heat up my different foods, but if you don't have a stove, a microwave and also an air fryer is a great alternative for that. Just a little disclaimer, be careful on the air fryers that you get because some of them can have cancer-causing materials, so just make sure that you pay attention to the kind of materials that is being used within the air fryer because some of them have had that kind of situation. However, utensils are also going to be a big one. I like to have disposable utensils, cups, forks, spoons on hand in case I had any friends over or I had an event or I just had to take my oatmeal to go on the way to class. But it's also good to have some silverware with you. A spatula is also going to be a really big one. That was very essential when it came to making pancakes, sauteing veggies. And that brings me to my next thing, which I didn't really realize that I needed. An oven mitt is also really great to have because it just makes your life a whole lot easier. You don't have to like use a towel and worrying about burning yourself if you're cooking some chicken or baking some cookies. So definitely have those items on hand. You're also going to want to have some dish soap and a sponge. Depending on if you live alone or if you have roommates, definitely communicate with them if you want to be sharing your sponge. You might also want to add a dish rack to that as well, considering that most dorms, I don't think any dorms actually, have a dishwasher unless you're in an apartment. A dish rack was really helpful because it just helps you not putting your dishes in the sink and not having them disorganized on the side. You're able to just kind of lay them out and have it drain out through the sink. But do make sure that you clean it because it is easy for it to accumulate a lot of dirt or mold or grease just from being near the sink. So yeah, but those are definitely helpful items to have in the kitchen. It was also good to have some containers on hand. This makes it super easy to store stuff in the fridge. Also just makes everything a lot more organized and cleaner. You're gonna wish you had some containers once you start cooking and you're like, I didn't finish my meal, now what am I supposed to do? So definitely don't sleep on having one of those. Thinking what else? Personally for me, if you're a person who likes to make smoothies, and having like a NutriBullet or some type of blender on hand is also helpful. I know I didn't want to spend all my dining dollars on a smoothie, so I definitely tried to make smoothies of my own whenever I had the fruit and frozen fruit on hand. It's also just made it really easy for me to like go to class or just have something refreshing. Another thing that I wish I had but I didn't have, but I know my roommate had, was a tea kettle. A tea kettle was really helpful because I didn't want to heat my water up in the microwave every day. I just feel like that was a lot of like radiation to the water that was going in my food that I would be consuming. So I would just boil water within my little boiling pan that I had, doing it kind of a little old school. Having like a tea kettle or that stainless steel is very handy whenever you need to do like instant oats or make some tea. A Keurig is also another good option to have in your dorm room. You can have that easily while you're still getting ready for class. I know a cutting board is probably something that a lot of people won't mention, but that definitely helped me whenever I was, you know, making an omelet. So having a cutting board on hand was really good because I didn't have to scratch up my plates to make my food, and it also just allowed me to have a dish, have this, be able to wash it, clean it up easily. So maybe a cutting board that's wooden would be really helpful for you to have in your dorm. I actually received it as a giveaway from an event that I went to, but if you just have like a little small one, that will definitely be handy. Scissors is also something that you're going to want to have on hand. A can opener as well. A can opener, oh my goodness, a can opener was just so hard to not have, because if you don't have it, I couldn't make my food if I didn't have a can opener. I had to ask my roommates for one. But just little things like that that could be easy to forget or just not have. Along with a baking pan or baking tray when you're making cookies. I know I had to go to the dollar store and just like get one and have some foil on there and parchment paper. Just those are some type of kitchen essentials, and if there are any more, I'll put them right here on the screen for you. And now let's move into the bathroom. So for the bathroom, it was really important for us to have a trash can in there. Personally, I like the ones that have a covered hood, but if you have the ones that are kind of open, that's fine too. And a lot of my roommates, I didn't bring one, but a lot of my roommates had like a little... Okay, so I think we're back again. Moving on with a bath mat really helps, because the water from the shower will just like drip and it will make the towel really slippery, so having that on hand also helps. Depending on if your dorm room has a bathtub or a shower, one of my roommates had brought one of those like grip floor mats, and that actually was pretty helpful for a certain point in time. Past roommates have also brought one of those shower caddy shelves that just hang from the head of the shower, those being stored in one place in case like your bathroom doesn't have those around shelves. I know it's also convenient for people to have one of those roller caddies coming in. That also helps. Also having a shower caddy, depending on if you have a communal bathroom for some dorms, having like a little basket where you can put your toothbrush, your toothpaste, your bath sponge, your retainers, your skincare products, all of that kind of carry from one place to another. And also having an extra set of a towel and rag is so crucial, because when you do laundry and you need to take a shower, and say you want to, like you just came back from the gym or something, like you're not going to have anything to bathe with. So making sure that you have like a bar of soap and an extra towel and rag set is super essential. Also, just another note to point out, make sure you have a rotation going with your roommate, depending on if you're sharing or not, on who brings toilet paper and maybe paper towel. That also was something that I had with my roommates, where we would, once the roll came off and whoever was the last to use it, like they would just like swap it again. So yeah, that was just something of a system that we had going on that was really helpful, because once toilet paper comes out or you have guests over, like you just always want to make sure that that is on hand. Now moving on to the common space. The common space doesn't have much essentials to do. It kind of just based on your own preference of the decor that you would want it to have. But just some things that help keep it tidy is having a broom and a Swiffer on hand. Also make sure that you have that dustpan. That way it makes it easier for you to sweep up the dirt, all the dust that goes that accumulates over the weeks, and you're able to just dump it really easily. Also have some trash bags and a big trash can. That way you don't have to take out the trash as frequently. For me in my dorm hall, it was always having to walk down to the end of the hallway to make sure that you dispose the garbage can. That's where the trash chute was. So just having a bigger one on hand makes you have less trips to do that when the garbage can gets full. You might want to add like maybe a plant, some flowers, or even just like a pillow and blanket to the couch area, making it more comfy for if you guys like watch TV, if you have a projector set up like we did, or like I did in moments. Just being able to make it more of a cozy space and not just so plain. If you want, you can also include table mats to the table if there's a table there. That way it kind of just adds more of a homey vibe, and you want some air fresheners as well. Depends on you, but I would say that those are some essentials that I want to share just in case you want to add them to your list. And now moving on to the bedroom, the most important part pretty much of a dorm. The main thing that I always recommend people when they ask me like what should I bring is a mattress padding, because the mattresses in the dorms are usually X amount of years old, and they're pretty stiff. They don't have much like cushion to them, so having a mattress padding, whether if it's thick or thin and has like some ridges on it, which is the one I personally like that really helps you not have back pain. You might not feel it in the first month, but you'll definitely feel it with it by the end of the semester if you don't have one. So make sure that you have a mattress padding that is fitting to the size of the bed. Most beds are a twin XL. I know in my college campus there was also a full-size bed in one of the dorm and one of the housing buildings, so just make sure that you check and verify what size that bed is going to be in your dorm. That way you can purchase the mattress padding and have it for good. It doesn't need to be anything expensive. I believe I have some linked on my Amazon storefront if you guys want to check that out. You can even get it from Target if you want to. So make sure that you have that on hand, because that is one of the most important things. Also, just having pillows, your bed sheets according to the size of what it is, a twin XL, make sure that it fits that, and you're gonna want to have a cute design with it. That way the bed is one of the main statements in your dorm room, so when that's all nice and put together, everything else kind of comes into place. I'm also going to mention having a mobile desk tray. I actually have one right here, which I use so often. It's like a little cushion one. I believe I got it from Ross, but it helps so much just to have like a flat layout for whenever I want to do my homework on my beanbag chair, or just some YouTube videos. So definitely having that was helpful. I even use it for my regular desk that I have as well, just because it adds another like platform to it. Some people also get like a laptop stand. That's also within the preference if you would like to have it. Hangers. Hangers are so important. You're gonna want hangers if your dorm room has a closet. I know that a lot of dorms come with drawers, but personally for me, the drawers were not enough to hold all my clothes, especially the bulky ones. I like to color code my clothes, so I would have like whites, navy blues, blacks, jeans, etc. I liked also having like all white hangers, but you can do like some white, some black, some gray, whatever your taste is, just so it has a little bit more of an organized vibe to it, because you will be spending a lot of time in your dorm room while living on campus, so you want to make sure that you're doing the most to elevate the space as much as you can. That way it's not distracting and you're able to have a good focus when it comes to doing your assignments and just enjoying your time in college. Also going to mention having an alarm clock. That honestly helps me. I actually have one right there still, and this is actually the lamp I had as well. That's just really important, because sometimes your phone alarm doesn't go off and you don't want to miss a class. Some professors are pretty strict about absences or being late, especially if it's like a lab class, depending on your major. So having an alarm clock with batteries is super important. That way you don't forget to plug it in, plug it out, whatever, and just have it there, and you don't have to stress in the morning. The desk lamp, some type of lamp, room lamp to have. Sometimes the lighting in the dorm rooms aren't enough, or they're very yellow, or they're very dull, so you just always want to have one of those on hand if you want to. And also having an extension cord was very helpful. Having an extension cord allows you to plug your phone in, have your desk lamp, maybe you have some cool lights that you want to put up, or even sometimes the outlets will be in the most weirdest spots, like it'll be under the bed where the bed frame is and you can't get it. So just having an extension cord is very helpful. That way you can charge your devices and also just have extra room for anything that you might have to plug in, such as an iron or a battery or something. So that is definitely helpful. Maybe it's your hair dryer. So definitely try to get an extension cord on hand if you can. It's also optional. I didn't have one, but I know some dorm rooms can get very dusty. Thankfully, I don't have crazy allergies, but some resident halls don't allow you to open the windows, and that will create a lot of dust and accumulate just very heavy air. So having an air purifier might be one to add to your list of dorm essentials, just because it can do that job, not make you feel like your eyes are puffy or sneezing every 5 seconds if that happens to be your case. So maybe investing in a nice air purifier would also help within your college experience. I also had another mini trash can in my room just to throw out any paper or any little thing, just that way I don't have to like get up and have to either go to the common area or throw it out in the bathroom trash can. So that actually was a very good must-have for my dorm room. I'm also just going to mention having a calendar. That way you know what day of the week it is, what your schedule is looking like throughout the week, what assignments you have to complete, all of that. Some people have a whiteboard, some people like to use sticky notes, some people like to have a calendar, depending on what you like to do. So anything that can help keep you organized and plan accordingly to have a successful college career is very, very much worth the investment. Some people might want to have a bookshelf, and I also had some positive words or Bible verses. Oh, I also had one of those like caddy stands and one of those like cube boxes. That really helps you, just having a nice place to store little things that you need that for quick access. That also helps. I'll try to post a picture here of what that looks like, and that way you can have that visual, because that acted as a nightstand as well, because sometimes you need your phone right next to you but there's nothing there. So having that there with the outlet right there was amazing. And yeah, I think we hit all the marks. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so excited that it is finally going to be released. I'm glad I got to film it. I will be actually graduating in 8 days. Tomorrow makes exactly a week of me walking across the stage with my master's degree from FIU. So I'm very, very thankful. I'm very, very thankful to have come this far along my journey. I know there's a lot of students my age that don't, and it just really means a lot. Right now I'm completing my final projects, and I actually have one more class to pretty much submit for. So good luck to you if that's what stance you're into, if you're going to be graduating, if you're going into college for the very first time or transferring to another university. Also congrats to you, because this is a really big major step, and I hope that you enjoy and get the most out of it. I know I learned the most through my college journey of just knowing more about myself, how to be more responsible, committing to different organizations, going to meetings, going to sporting events. Like, that was just all a part of the process, all a part of the experience overall. And I just encourage you to get yourself in a good crowd, get yourself in the professional development mindset, because once college is done, there's no other level unless you're going to pursue a higher degree to really fall back on. So in high school you get to go to college, you get to go to real life. So make sure that you're really considering your options for whatever you're going to be doing and pursuing in the future. And I hope all goes well with that journey. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to check the description box, where I'll be having all the extra details of what this video entails. Also, please make sure to like this video if it helped you. That way it can help a lot of other people. And subscribe to my channel if you're wanting to learn more about what goes on in my life, any tips and tricks that I have to share for you. That way you can also walk this gift of life that God has given us to inspire others and help make the world a better place. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I want to have a better idea of what to bring onto campus. Oh, I didn't mention a mirror. A mirror is also very important. A mirror is also very important.